Alright, this is Steve with Apex Home Inspections, and today is Tuesday, January 31st, 2017, and we are at 398-95 Davis Street in Sandy, and we're here today to do an inspection of the sewer line, and as you can see, we're outside of the home. This is our backyard here, and we were just looking at the front. And this window here is right at our kitchen sink on the inside, just a couple feet off of that. Inside of this utility box is our clean out. It's a white PVC pipe. Let's go ahead and drop our camera in there and see if we can't get things pointed in the right direction. We'll also note that pretty much immediately once we insert our camera, the pipe transitions to black ABS plastic. So we'll go ahead and zero off our counter here at the beginning of the ABS. And we'll begin our push all the way out to city main, which appears to be out in the street. Now, a couple of quick notes about today's inspection. First of all, this home was built in 1992. And we are in a neighborhood of homes that were built around the same time. So I do expect to see modern plastics being used as the sewer line material. There may be some concrete as we get further out to the street, but currently we're inside of the plastic. The other thing I like to mention is that you can see on the lower left-hand corner of the screen there's some water running on the floor of the pipe, and that's because I have a sink running on the interior of the home. And the reason we do this is so we can see the slope of the pipe. It also tends to kind of point out whenever we have any high water, which we have a little bit here at 29 feet. Let's go ahead and push our camera through this. Sometimes we push into these areas. We find a blockage like a paper towel or a rag or something. Pushing our camera through oftentimes will clear that out. If that's the case here. Let's back our camera up. Yeah, looks like we have a low spot from, I think that reading was about 24 feet or so, or 28 feet. All the way out to where we are here at about 36 feet. So this is something we're going to point out in the report. Clean off our lens. Pretty murky water. Nonetheless, I believe that was about 24 or 28 feet to about 36 feet. I'll review the video before I write that into the report. The other thing I'm going to do is we'll try and mark this in the yard so we can see exactly where we have standing water. Generally speaking, we'll want to recommend to have this repaired. Sometimes those elbows have a little bit of standing water in them. We're not too terribly concerned with those. We are concerned with water that stands for more than a foot or so. Backing up here just to make a note of the distance on the screen when we transitioned. Back again to PVC material. This is at, we'll call it 64 feet. It's not uncommon for materials to change, to go back and forth between PVC and ABS. Just really depends on who installed the line. Oftentimes the contractor who builds the streets and the sewer lines is not the same contractor that runs the sewer line from the house. So they tend to use the material of their choice as long as it conforms to what the city or county says it has to be. The reason we've stopped here at just under 85 feet is because we are looking into the city main. We know this because we can see water running from left to right on the screen. And this is our destination. That means we're finished with the visual portion of this inspection. And the only thing I'm going to call out is the standing water between, I believe that was about 24 or 26 feet to 36 feet. We'll probably recommend having this looked at by a contractor. The rest of the line looked good, and other than the standing water, I'm not going to recommend any further action. So I'm going to go ahead and close out the video now, and I'll make my final comments in the written report. Thank you.